I am the personal shopper to the world online. Sounds a lot more fancy, doesn't it? Howdy, y'all. My name is Gretchen. I'm the Restless Thrifter, and I'm a reseller online. I'm packing up orders on Poshmark, eBay, and Depop today. I have 7 sales, and I'll go over what I paid for them because I buy things at thrift stores, garage sales, other places. Sometimes people just give me things to sell, which is nice. And I resell them online for a profit. That's my job. I will tell you what I paid. I will tell you what the buyer paid, and I will tell you how much I made. I am the personal shopper to the world online. Sounds a lot more fancy, doesn't it? All right, so we're going to get started with sales from the 17th. These are going to be 17th and 18th. Today is Tuesday, February 18th. And at the end, I will tell you how much I made in total. So the first sale is an eBay sale of some jeans I've had for a really, really long time. Once upon a time, there was a brand called Silver jeans, and they used to sell well. Not so much. I think these finally sold because they are actually Y2K vintage. Silver jeans, size waist 26, length 31, Y2K Francis Flare low rise, dark wash, thick stitch. I think the low rise is really what kept them from selling for a while. But guys, low rise jeans, I've sold a few pairs now. That's crazy. And these are so old that my inventory tag just says Silver Francis size 26. I used a piece of masking tape, wrote on it, and then I would put my jeans in a bin for just jeans in a certain size range. That really wasn't the best way to do it. So this look is a little embarrassing to have this masking tape on there. I don't know why, but it seems a little embarrassing to me now. This is when I was selling on just Poshmark, and I used to make handwritten notes, handwritten coupons. It was very cute. Felt like a little kid. I feel like a little kid now talking about it. I'm kind of embarrassed. All right, I'm going to put a thank you for your order sticker over that sticky area. So yeah, some truly vintage jeans back when we didn't need to slip phones in our pockets, so they had buttons on them. These are going to Wisconsin. Let's check them out. These actually sold for full price of $17.96. I guarantee you they were listed higher once upon a time because I listed these bad boys when I listed them in 2021 of November 2021. So 22, 23, 3 years and 3 months, we'll say 3 years and 3 months is a long time to hold on to something. So these would have been on my list of things to get rid of. I mean, ever since I started talking about getting rid of inventory, that inventory has started to sell. So it's really hard for me to try to sell it for $1 on whatnot. You know what I mean? Or donate it when it's finally selling. I did have about 134 items, and maybe I'll just hang on to everything. I don't know. I know a lot of people purge their inventory for multiple reasons, but I have room in the bin, so I might as well keep them, I guess. All right, so these sold for $17.96 plus shipping. They sold for, with shipping, $27.84, and my fees were $4.13. I had paid $6.52 way back in 2021 when I bought these. And let's see what shipping will go for. I'm going to put these in an eBay poly mailer, a 10 by 13. I gotta weigh them as well. It looks like the buyer paid for UPS Ground Saver instead of USPS Ground Advantage, but Ground Advantage is cheaper because I have a discount. So I know they chose UPS because it was cheaper for them. I'm going to choose the one that's cheaper for me to buy the label, and it gets to them probably faster, but within the same time frame, really, but maybe a little bit faster because there's like a range for each of those. And my profit was $9.65. Back when I bought these, getting $10 profit was my goal. Now my goal is to get $20 in profit, but that means I have to pick up things that sell for more, you know. I think a lot of us are dealing with a cold front right now. Here in Texas, we are. It's not going to get above freezing. Like once it drops tonight, it's not going to get above freezing until Friday, they say. Which, as long as we don't have any precipitation, we can handle it. But otherwise, in Texas, ice, driving, no. No, that don't work out too well. Let's move on to the next sale. And this next one is something that I bought in bulk because my dog loves these squeaky balls. They are called the Chase and Chomp Amazing Squeaker Ball. And oh my God, does he love these. When he saw me getting these out of the bedroom to pack up, he was not happy to see these leaving here. What is Sophie barking about? These are going to California, and the buyer bought two. For the two of them, they paid, with shipping, $36.68. Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy? They paid full price. I actually had to drop the price because these used to be out of stock, and now more people have them. So the two together were $25.92 plus shipping, but they cost me like almost $8 each. So I'm not going to make a whole lot on them. In fact, I'll probably delist the rest of them because we need to save them for him in case they go out of stock again. And I had just talked about doing that, and then I didn't do it yet, and then they sold. Isn't that the way it always is? Okay, so $34.25. Now these did sell promoted, so my fees were a little bit higher, unfortunately. Let's see, 843. Sniffly, sniffly, sniffly. I'm going to put them in. I think it'll fit in an 8 by 11. Eight by 10, whatever it is. Eight and a half by 8 by 2. I'm sorry for the sniffling. I just can't help it. It weighs 5 ounces, so I'm going to round up to 6. And they're going to go out USPS Ground Advantage for $4.71. My cost of goods was, what is happening? I need to multiply. $6.72 each. That's $14.84. So I made $6.17 on those. Yeah, I got to save the rest for my boy. He'll freak out if he can't have these. He's got about 20 in his room, but there's always just one that is the one, and it's the most recent one usually. He can tell the difference. Don't ask me how. Once they lose their squeak, they seem the same to me. I had 2 Depop sales. This first one, I'm amazed. It is, I heard that these were selling, and they are. No Boundaries. No Boundaries is what? Target or Walmart, one of the two. Extra large baby doll tank top, Y2K, lace, mesh. This one's really cool. I was pretty happy to find it because it looked like a corset top. The baby doll is like where it has that defined bust line. It has the lace. I mean, basically, in this time frame, we started wearing clothes that looked like lingerie, dresses that looked like nightgowns, and tank tops that looked like camisoles, and bathing suits that looked like bras. I, I remember thinking it was strange at the time, and now I'm just like, yeah, of course, that's what we did. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this sold full price. Yeah, no, it sold on an offer of $29.72. Still really great. I had it listed for $35. I was shooting a little high there, I guess. So $29.72. My fee is $1.64. They only charge you the payment processing fee on Depop. They say they have no fees, but really they have fees. They just don't have a separate fee other than the one that the payment processor charges for running the credit card or debit card, whatever it is. I paid $1.08 because it's a tank top, and most places don't charge much for tank tops. So I made $27 on an old Target tank top or Walmart. I think it's Walmart. Yeah, old Walmart tank top. $27. And somebody's going to be really happy. Now, I did use some keywords: lace, mesh, corset, fairy, grunge, and whimsy goth. This can fit a lot of different aesthetics. Fairy grunge is an aesthetic in itself, and then fairy and then grunge, but then fairy grunge together. That's what a grungy fairy would wear. A grungy fairy. Okay, I gotta put this in a thing and quit yapping. Grungy fairy. Let me crack myself up. All right, fairy grunge. I don't need to weigh it. I don't know what I'm doing. On Depop, they send you a link in the email to download the label. So this is going Ground Advantage to New Jersey. This name looks familiar. As in, like, maybe I've sold to this person before, but who knows? Okay, so that was a pretty cool sale. I'm pretty jazzed about that. The next one is another Depop sale. It is a messenger bag, a leather messenger bag, and this is the second one I've sold in the last week or so. It sold for an offer of $45 plus shipping, and the payment processing fee was $2.59. I have been listing more things, different types of things over on Depop, kind of seeing what else sells other than, vintage Y2K things, and messenger bags. I didn't know that would be a good seller. So $2.59, and then shipping's going to be $0. I paid $6.48 for this, and my profit is $35.93. I just realized I'm not telling you guys how quickly they sold, and this sold, let's see, 1, 2, 3, in about 3 weeks, which is pretty cool for an offer of $45. Make note of that. And here it is. The strap is inside. The brand I had not heard of before, but it's a pretty good one. Spikes and Sparrow. Spikes and Sparrow. And this is a really lovely brown. Got a nice patina, you know, it's soft leather. I think it's great. And what am I going to put this in? Let's see, it is 16, let's say 16 by 14. Do I have a box that would slide right in? I think I have one over here. I've been saving these. Yeah, this will work nicely. All right, I'm going to tape this together. The tape noise, it's going to be a little loud, so hold your ears. Oh, God. Come on. The tape is, there we go. No. This is a common theme. If you're new to my channel, then you may not know I have a hard time with tape. But thank you for stopping by. I would really love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe so that you will see my next video. I do these, I don't know, at least every other day or so where I'm shipping. Whenever I ship, I have a video. And then sometimes I'll do other types of videos. I recently did one on sell-through rate, how to calculate it, the multiple ways, how to use eBay, how to use, well, basically eBay, but a couple of different ways to do it on eBay. And, you know, kind of talk about why it matters, why it might not. Fit in there very nicely. I'm going to need to remember this and save these Amazon boxes because they fit messenger bags perfectly. Okay, more tape noise. Well, I got new glasses. They're green. I don't wear them on the videos because I don't need them at this distance. In fact, I can't see. I need them for distance or reading, but that in between, I don't need them. And so I wouldn't be able to see my laptop, for example. And I can't see my phone. I'd have to get farther away. All right, so let's get this label printed. I have one more messenger bag listed. And I'll be on the lookout for more, that's for sure. I don't know if the brand is like, so far I've sold Eddie Bauer, Wilson Leather, Spike and Sparrow. What was the last one? Fossil. So a lot of different brands. This is going to Tennessee. Okay. I'm guessing that was my best sale this last couple of days. What did I say I made on it? $35.93, and it sold in about 3 weeks as well. Oh, I already said that. Sold in 3 weeks. Yeah, let's go back and look at the other ones and I'll tell you what they sold in. The No Boundaries, did I tell you? The Chase and Chomp, I don't know, I've had them listed for a while. The Silver Jeans, I said 3 years and 3 months. So yeah, I guess we're all up to date on that. The No Boundaries sold in less than 2 weeks. Full price, less than, no, offer. We'll say 1 week, a week and a half. The next sale is a Poshmark sale. These are, these are Converse All-Star women's size 8 dainty sneakers. That's the style, dainty. And low top blue motel pool is the color. And then I put the style number. And, the women's sneakers that just look a little more slender, not as clunky. Those are called dainty. Converse do come in either women's or unisex for the adult sizing. I've never seen just men's before. It's either women's or unisex, and I do like to call out if it's unisex because I could never wear just women's. I have wide feet, and so I wore the unisex when I could wear Converse. Now my feet hate them. My heart still loves them though. So these sold, I sent out like 30% off offers on Poshmark. I think that's how it sold. It sold for $21. Cost of goods was $0 because a friend gave these to me. If you've been watching for a while, yes, same friend who gave me all the other Converse. Still selling them. Still have some more pairs listed, in fact. Some of the best ones, in my opinion. Okay, so my fees, $4.20, and my shipping is $0. And because I got these on Poshmark, I can use the post office shipping supplies for priority mail. My profit is $16.80, and these sold in 2.5 months. I'm going to put them in a bubble mailer. And Poshmark will send you a label attached to the email they send you when you make the sale. Couldn't preview. I don't want to preview. I want to download. And these are going to Salt Lake City. I hope I'm not getting sick. I think I'm just sneezing from whatever. I don't know. All these weather changes. I don't feel sick. I feel sleepy. But that's normal. All right. What do I have? 1, 2 more. All right, this next item, another Poshmark sale. This is another thing I've had for a long time. That seems to be the last, week or so. It's like a very good mix of the old and the new, which I'm fine with. Let's sell some of these old things. Let's do it. So this next one is a vintage Talbots Petites, size medium sweater. The words will come out. Boat neck, ballet core, long sleeve, black. PM. PM is like the petite medium. I have a hard time with knowing what to put for the petite sizing. Like, do you put MP, PM, medium petite? What do you do? I said ballet core because it does have a very classic, that boat neck. This just looks like something a ballerina would throw on over her leotard and look fabulous in. Because it is just a black item in a bag, I want to make sure that this number matches what is in Vendoo, which is what I use to track all my inventory. And it does, to make sure I'm sending the right thing. And since it is Poshmark, I'm going to do another one of these. And this is really nice. Did I even put what the material was? It's viscose and polyester, which viscose is very soft. They can do a lot with polyester these days too. But viscose is really soft and can fool me into thinking it's like a merino wool or something. I also today, this is going to Sacramento, sent coupons on like for 15% off to all my customers on eBay. I don't do this very often, but when I have, I've never really had anyone use it. So I don't know. My pool of customers is not as large as some resellers probably. I've never had more than 1,000 listings. I'm probably at like 800 something. The last one's pretty cool, and I definitely want to get this out tomorrow because the girl is giving this as a gift to someone. She said her friend who's getting married and was looking for something like this for her honeymoon, and she's leaving on Sunday, so she needs to get this. Now, I can't help the postal system. All I can do is get it to them. So if they don't get it to her in time because of the weather, you know what I mean? But she bought this today, and I wanted to make sure I shipped it out ASAP. And I think this was eBay as well. Let me check. I'm going to wrap it up in, I should tell you what it is, that you know why I'm wrapping it in bubble wrap. It is a belt. It is a mother of pearl shell belt. I don't think it was worn. It still has like the old price sticker on it. 33-inch statement, like a statement piece, oyster, iridescent, coastal, boho. It's really cool. And it wraps around and ties. I hope it works perfectly for her. And I thought it was just a cool piece. I'm going to just wrap it all the way. I do not want these shells getting damaged. I had already wrapped it in, put it in a bag, and then wrapped it in tissue paper, and now I'm doing bubble wrap, which is probably the opposite way of what you would think, but I think it doesn't matter as long as it's protected. And she sent me an offer. We kind of went back and forth and settled on something. I hadn't had this listed very long, so I was kind of tempted to hold strong to my first counter, but she had sent me a message that honestly I didn't see until after I accepted it, but how excited she was and stuff. But I actually don't know if that would have helped her case or not. As it was, I decided to give it to her for that price anyway. And I put a little air pocket in there to take up the more dead space. And I'm going to wrap some paper around it. Please do not break. Tape noise. It's the last one. I'll tell you how much I made on this and then everything. Okay. This measures 9.5 by 6.5. I'm rounding up by 3.5. 9.5, 963. Oh, gotta turn it on first. But she's having a destination wedding. It weighs 14.1, so I'm going to round up to 15. 9.5 by 6.5 by 3.5. And it is going to go out UPS Ground Saver for $7.81 or USPS Ground Advantage for $6.40. I want to make sure she gets it. If she had paid priority, what is priority going to be? Just out of curiosity. Maybe it's the same. Who knows? Probably not. UPS ground. Priority is 924. No, I don't want to eat that much of the cost. She paid $7.92. Wonder which one would get to her faster. It says it's supposed to get to her by the 26th, so I'm going to pick USPS Ground Advantage because I get a discount, so that becomes the cheapest option for me. And she had chose the cheapest option for her, which was the UPS. I don't know if I told you what I made on that sweater. I don't think I did. I only paid $2.16 for this belt. She paid with shipping. What did she pay? $42.92. Fees are $6.31. And then the shipping was $6.40. So it is $28.05 profit. I'm going to throw on a couple Fragile stickers. I don't know why I have to say it that way all the time. It's like my nerd is showing. Fragile. With care. Okay, so that ballet core sweater. I gotta go see what it sold for. Sold for $15. So my fees are $2.95. My cost of goods was $1.37. I think this was part of one of those Goodwill blue boxes. $2.95, $0 shipping. Did I make anything? I did. I made $10.68. Woohoo! Yeah, it was in one of the Goodwill blue boxes that you can order on buybluebox.com. Haven't gotten one in a long time. I have definitely made money off those boxes. It has been slow over several years. But if you can't get out and source, that's an option. There's other options out there too, thread up boxes, all those things. It is a gamble. Your cost of goods can be really low on these Goodwill blue boxes, like the $1.37, but you may have things that hang around for a while, or that you don't want to list, that you end up donating, and that brings up your cost of goods, So let's look and see how much I made on all of these items. Okay, so 17th and 18th, I made $215.73. Profit, $134.28. Why does it say sold? Oh yeah, 8 items sold. Did I go over 8 items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why am I always doing this? I'm trying to figure out the number of items. Maybe it's saying 2 because, or 8 because I sold 2 balls. I'm just going to go with that. That's where we're going with. Okay, let's hope that March is better than February. We still have 10 more days. Are there 28 days in February? Yeah, 10 more days. So it's not over yet. Just keep listing. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na.